Hello and welcome, and thank you for joining us today as we walk through and discuss our Ad Data Fusion product targeted towards marketing analytics. First, I just wanted to introduce myself and my team that will be walking through our Ad Data Fusion product today. My name is Evan Leung, and I lead solutions and delivery for our Americas team here at Pingahla. And with me, I have my team of consultants, Freddie, Luis, and Rick, who helped develop the Ad Data Fusion product and will help provide the walkthrough today. So a little bit about Pingahla. We are a global data management and analytics consulting firm dedicated to empowering organizations and businesses with our innovative solutions and helping them become more data-driven. Our experience and versatile expertise spans multiple industries and cutting-edge technologies, allowing us to be trusted partners with our clients and customers to guide them through their digital transformation journey and to help them realize the full potential of their data. So why did we build Ad Data Fusion? We wanted to help enable digital marketers to be more self-service and to enable them to do their jobs better by quickly and easily providing them real-time reports and insights from curated data that they care about so that they can make more meaningful, valuable, and impactful decisions around their marketing initiatives, all from a consolidated and focused dashboard. So how, you ask? Our team will walk you through Ad Data Fusion in more detail and how it can empower marketing departments and digital marketers with self-service data insights. But at a high level, we utilize Stitch to quickly and easily allow users to connect and integrate with various sources and platforms to bring data into a custom Snowflake cloud data warehouse that we developed. Our dashboard then sits on top of our built data model to provide insightful information such as time on site, click-through rate, cost per click, cost per conversions, and customer acquisition cost, just to name a few. This allows businesses to better understand their customers and campaigns to deliver better results and ROI. Now I'm going to hand it over to Freddie to talk about the Stitch and integrations.
Thank you, Evan, for the presentation. Let me share my screen. Okay, so now I'm going to present the Stitch site. So as you can see, this is the main page of Stitch. We have the different integrations. We have 4 integrations. For this case, we have Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, and TikTok. So basically here we have different tabs. The first one is for integration. The second one is for destination. And the last one is for notification. I'm going to go to the destinations tab. And here we have setting up our Snowflake line target. So basically this is the target where we put the different data coming from the different ad sources. Now I'm going to go to the integration sites. I'm going to open one integration. For this case, I'm going to open Google. Basically here that we have is different configuration that the Stitch has. The first one is the summary. As you can see, we can see the high level of the different statistics. We have the last extracted, what is preparing, what was loaded, the total rows that was loaded into our target. For this case, as you can see, it's a Snowflake. Now I'm going to go to the table to replicate. This is the total table that the Google has for applications. In extraction tab, we have the different windows when we did an extraction. You can see this is around 6 hours per each extraction. We can see the different logs for the extraction. We can see how many records, if we have any schema changes. We have the loads tab, and we can see the different tables again, but we can see the how many rows loaded into the table. And in settings tab, we have the name of the integration. This integration name is the same integration name for the schema that we create in Snowflake. If you put other name, it will be the same name into the Snowflake schema. The destination name, we already create the target. In this case, this is Snowflake. Now we have the historical data. If you have, for example, data from 5 years ago, you are able to put the different window or to setting up a different date for data coming from 5 years ago and so forth and so on. The replication frequency, this is more about if you have, for example, data coming only one time per day. You need to put 24 hours per each extraction. But what happens if you have data coming every half hour? You need to setting up your replication frequency around 30 minutes. And that's it about the integration side in Stitch. I'm going to go to the Snowflake side. And as you can see, we have an Add Data Fusion database created here. And we have different schemas. The first one is Facebook. It's the same that we have for meta integration in Stitch, Google Ads, LinkedIn, and TikTok. So basically here that Stitch does is to create one schema per each integration. And finally, Stitch create different tables automatically into the correct schema. And finally, we create the DM ADS schema for our data model that Rick will be explaining. Thank you, Evan.
Great. Thank you, Freddie. Now I'll hand it over to Rick so that he can discuss the data model as Freddie just mentioned.
Thanks, Evan. For the data modeling approach, we created 13 fact tables. For Facebook, we created the age and gender, country, direct marketing authority, hourly advertiser, and region. For Google, we created performance account, campaign, and Qlik. For LinkedIn, we created campaign and creative. For TikTok, we created age and gender, country, and platform. For our standards, we used industry standards. For facts, we used FS as a prefix, which designates a fact summary table. For views, which were used by the stored procedures to load the data, we use VW as a prefix. For columns, we used for currency, ANT, codes, CD, descriptions, DC, dates, DT, dates and times, DTTM, identifiers, ID, indicators, IND, names of people, organizations, and things, NM, percents, PCT, quantities, QTY, surrogate keys, SK, times, TM, timestamps, TS, free flow text columns, TXT, extensible markup data, XML, arrays, we used array. And that's it for the data modeling approach.
Great. Thanks, Rick. Now I'll pass it on to Luis to talk a little bit more about our front-end presentation layer and dashboard.
Thanks, Evan. So after all this data engineering process that my colleagues were explaining, we have finally this Power BI dashboard in which anyone that has been using these ads campaign services can know the performance of these named ads. So one of the best features about the Ad Data Fusion is that we can see in just this overview page the comparison among the different platforms, in this case, Google, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and how these main KPIs compare among each other. So these main KPIs that we selected are the clicks to the ads, the impressions. The impressions mean how many times these ads are presented or shown to the feed of the users, the amount of money spent on each platform. The click-through rate means how much from these impressions are clicks. So it's just the division or the percentage between the clicks and the impressions. And finally, we have the cost per click. It's just the division between the amount, the clicks, and the amount spent. So other than these KPIs, we have some graphs that help us compare the performance of these platforms. We have a timeline in which we can see the evolution of clicks by social media. And we can see, for example, here that we have a peak on clicks on July for TikTok. We have also the evolution for impressions. Once again, we can see that in July we have 16,000 impressions for TikTok. We have also here a bar chart that presents us the amount spent. We can see that TikTok has the most money spent, and LinkedIn and Google, I mean, has the least money spent. And also we have a timeline, a bar chart, which shows us the cost per click in different years for the 4 platforms. So if we would like to have like a deeper dive into the social media, we can see here on the left, we can choose the desired social media. So for Google, we have the KPIs at the top, and we have also some timelines in which they tell us, depending on which device, how much clicks we have. So as expected, we have that for mobile devices, we have the most clicks, and for desktop, we have the least clicks. We can see also here the impressions, once again, distributed for the different devices. And finally, the evolution of clicks, impressions, and click-through rate timeline for Google. The good thing is that for all these different overviews and social media, we can customize the data range. So we can have a deeper dive for week, year, or month. So if we jump to Facebook, we see here that in Facebook we have different visualizations. So for example, the different visualizations that we have for Facebook is the distribution of clicks by age and gender, but also we have a map which shows us the impressions by region. So for example, we can see that for California, for Texas, and for Florida, we have the most impressions. So next, if we go to LinkedIn, we have some of the same main impressions, the same KPIs, and the evolution of CPC, CTR timelines. At the moment, we have not such a big set of data, so that's why some of the graphs don't have some clear like tendencies. But you can expect as the data amount increases, then we have like a much more clear image for each of the graphs. And finally, for TikTok, we can also see here some distribution depending on the device that we are using. So we can see the clicks by iPhone, by Android, or by iPad. And we can also see the distribution by age and gender. And well, the same timelines that we have seen for the different social media platforms. So with that, I'm going to hand it back to Evan.
Great. Thanks, Luis, and Freddie and Rick as well for walking through that. So now I'm just going to talk about, again, why add data fusion and Pingahla. Well, just as we showed you, Ad Data Fusion provides simple data integration and better KPI insights in one central location that is extremely easy to use while being impactful for your business's decision-making. And Pingahla is here to provide you world-class support and guidance with our talented team of experts. So with that, I'm going to wrap this presentation and this walkthrough. If you'd like to learn more, please don't hesitate to reach out to us here at Pingahla. Thank you.